No, hold on, guys. Wait. I may have the ability to add temporary modifiers to make adventures more interesting, but that's it. If I did anything more, trust me, it would not end well.
Scratch. The first abstraction.
The more episodes that come out of the Amazing Digital Circus, the more I feel like Jax and Caine are going to be very important with whatever big event might happen. The main consensus is that Caine is going to become big time bad and start torturing everyone, and Jax is going to abstract. I do not believe that. Of course, if you watched my last video about the Amazing Digital Circus, you know that I expect Caine to be the one to abstract. And even though some people have given up on that idea, I still believe it could still happen. And Jax, I believe he's gonna get a much bigger role. Basically, I think that what people believe is actually the opposite of what's gonna happen. I believe Caine is the one that's going to abstract, while Jax is the one that is going to become the big time bad. This is what I'm gonna call the Gooseworx Switcheroo theory. So, without further ado, let's begin.
What did you just do?
Jax as a character gets more interesting the more episodes are released. We've heard his philosophy, or excuse, in episode 6. But is that really the reason why he does everything? We've seen him get frustrated at least once in every episode, and there's always one common factor as to why. A loss of control in the situation.
I'm fine with doing whatever, as long as I get to see funny things happen to people. Ow. Okay, I've already had enough of these things. I'm so unbelievably disappointed right now.
Well, maybe there'll be blood, death, and violence in the next adventure.
Ha 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 ha, how wholesome.
You know how men are. Always having the silliest priorities.
Don't I know it?
We're having a bit of an issue with the employees, and I was wondering if you could maybe have a punishment waiting for them at the end of the day if they do a terrible job.
Wait, what?
Motivation! That's what my adventures have been missing! Great idea, Gangle! I'll be sure to make something truly awful awaiting your rotten employees!
Why would you do this? Wait, what's that? What the heck? Who did this? You!
Jax, you're up to bat.
I can't, don't wanna, why, look, why this though?
Seems fitting for you, though. I figured you'd be into this.
What does that mean? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just having fun. I forgot you hate fun.
I don't want to wear this.
I have never seen you this upset about something.
We really see in episode 5 how mad he can get when he's lost control. For instance, when Ragatha accidentally takes one of his lives, and when Pomni doesn't back down and not let Jax stay in his delusions.
That means I secretly care about you? I'm just a misunderstood little chicken fetus in an egg that needs to be cracked open. Well, I am not. I do not care about you or anyone else in this circus in the slightest. End of story. You are my playthings, and I get joy out of making you suffer. I'm the one who causes pain for fun. If I led you on, it was just to make this part hurt you more. There's nothing more to me. So please, just stop looking.
Jack's obsession with self-control is what leads him to be the character we know him today. Jack's decision to stay in the circus instead of going back to real life, in spite of the others wanting to go back, tells us that he would rather stay in the circus than go to whatever was waiting for him in real life, because whatever was going on, he had no control over. Now, how will this lead to him becoming the big bad in the series? Well, I think I need to explain Caine next before I do that.
Do you have any secret hobbies?
Secret hobbies?
Yeah, like things you do on your own that you'd be interested in talking about.
Why, I didn't think a human would ever want to ask me about my... This is the most phantasmical moment of my...
Caine doesn't really understand human emotion, yet he himself has feelings. His programming seems to make his number one priority to please the players. But the Amazing Digital Circus was programmed for children, and the players that he's trying to please are not children. They are full-grown adults who are trapped in this circus. Caine is not programmed to entertain full-grown adults, especially 24/7. The Amazing Digital Circus was clearly just a game for children to log in daily for an hour or two. So, Caine's adventures just do not work for the situation they are in. Caine cares about the players liking his adventures. That's very clear throughout the series. But because of his programming, the adventures he makes does not work for the current players he has right now. And because his programming cares so much about pleasing the players, he's starting to malfunction because the players just do not like his adventures.
Oh, Zooble. Making adventures is my art. It's all I exist to do, all I'm good at. And, what you're saying could imply that I'm bad at the only thing I'm good at, and that... that'd be...
Whose therapy session is this again?
Oh yeah! We need to get...
And when the players start liking the adventures that they gave Caine ideas for, he doesn't like it.
Don't say that. I think they're enjoying the suggestion box adventures more than the me adventures. What should I do?
You should die. You should throw a beach party.
Why do you swear now? Ugh, forget it. Let's go to an intermission.
Caine sees how his adventures aren't helping the players at all, and that leads him to basically what seems to be a depression. His adventure in episode 6 was a lot more lackluster than the other ones we've seen. We also see him get a bit impatient with the characters, and just not really caring that much. Then in episode 7, unintentionally or not, makes an adventure to make himself feel better, trying to get the players to choose Caine over leaving the circus. As we know, the plan backfires, and the players realize how Caine lied about him not being able to mess with their minds, and now seem to hate him. In this scene, though, there is something that made my gears start turning. And made me rethink about something that happened earlier in the episode, which is the main reason why I thought up this theory.
No, hold on, guys. Wait. I may have the ability to add temporary modifiers to make adventures more interesting, but that's it. If I did anything more, trust me, it would not end well.
Scratch, the first abstraction.
Abstraction has always been very mysterious in the franchise. It's not talked about that much in the series, but it's something we've dreaded for a long time. And I think I understand it, though it could be Gooseworx playing tricks on me. But anyways, I think I figured it out. So based on the scene with Caine at the end of the episode, if Gooseworx is not playing tricks and it's not another red herring, I believe that the first abstraction, at least, was because Caine messed with Scratch's mind to the point where it wasn't Scratch anymore. Think of minds as a program. And if any part of that programming is messed with, then it might not work. So what would happen to you? You would probably just become a glitchy mess, which is basically what abstraction is. Maybe something terrible happened to Scratch, and Caine thought the only way to help him was to change something in his mind or programming. But it backfired, and Scratch became the first abstraction. Any other abstraction that happens after, I do not believe was Caine. I want you guys to take a look at the scene where Jax is almost abstracted. Now, I see that most people think that Jax was just hallucinating all that, but I don't think that's the case. I think what we see in the episode is literally happening, and it's not Jax's mind losing sanity. In the encounter with Cosmo, Ragatha and Pomni obviously were trying their best not to get touched by Cosmo. But here, Jax was literally reaching out to them. Maybe in order to abstract, you have to willingly let the other abstracted abstract you. We see how Pomni and Ragatha get glitched out by Cosmo just touching them. But Caine is able to fix it because they aren't willing to get abstracted. I believe the abstracted are able to change the players' minds, but only if the player allows them to, which causes the player to be abstracted. And so now, knowing how abstraction might work, how could that apply to Caine? Well, Caine himself has a program. After all, if he didn't, well, he wouldn't exist in the realm. So what if, in order to get his programming to fit with the players he has right now, so that he can satisfy them, what if he tries to change his programming, but that ends up abstracting him? But without Caine, what's gonna happen to the circus?
But as time goes on, we just end up falling into our archetypes, become part of the machine.
What's your archetype then? The villain?
Get your Jack's toy, get a little laugh, boy. So you're not down to clown, well, I won't let that get me down.
This part might sound a bit crazy and a bit out there, but hear me out. Caine says how he is the ringmaster of the circus in the first episode.
My name is Caine. I'm your ringmaster.
So what if when Caine abstracts, they just need a replacement, one of the players, to become the ringmaster? And what if Jax gets the opportunity to become the ringmaster and decides to use it to have full control over everyone, to everyone else's detriment? And maybe it's so much that he has this special kind of abstraction where he has control of himself, but you can tell by his eyes that he's abstracted. That's not a theory, I just think that's a cool idea. That's all, that part. But the Jax taking control is still a theory for me because of how the character is developing. In desperation for control, Jax takes control of the circus. If this doesn't end up being the case, Gooseworx definitely has something good still. I totally believe that Gooseworx has everything planned out in such a brilliant way that no one can probably think about it. But it's just my theory. It's just a little fun, guys, so don't worry about it. You have a nice time, and I'll see you all later.
Don't you have any other way of entertaining yourself that doesn't involve torturing people?
No. Get your Jack's toy, get a little laugh, boy. So you're not down to clown, well, I won't let that get me down. I'm your Jack's toy, have a little laugh, boy. I'd say I'm sorry, but it's not that kind of party. Wait, please give me a second, so let me get this straight. The mini jester